Behind us, the Canal de Sao Vicente has claimed a victim. A friend and his yacht were found beached on the other side of the channel, but we'll get to that later. Now this moment is about Galopin. He's back in his element. Look how he glides along, bow held up high. I think he calls this bay home. He knows just where he's going. We'll drop anchor where we usually do, between Simon on starboard and Luis on port. Not too far from the shore, but far enough to have some privacy. The bottom is thick gray sand, good holding, about 5 to 6 meters deep. We wait for the current to push us back and let the anchor set, then let out about 40 meters of chain, and here we are in Mindelo Bay.
I'm back at anchor, and I got a couple good stories for you. I got back just before windstorm started. It's been about 2 days, maybe 3, going on 3rd day. This wind is blowing like crazy. It's about between 20 and 40 knots sustained. It just sucks, man. And I could see my dinghy was starting to fly up, flip up, like, you know, like a kite out back, and I was thinking, oh no, I better tie it up closer, and I have a technique so it doesn't flip over. Well, I was just about to do that, phone rings, it's Peter, and just then I'm talking to him, and this huge gust comes and tilts the boat over. I'm like, oh, and I look outside, my dinghy has flipped over, god damn it. Oh, I was so mad. I was just like, I could have prevented that. It was flipped over, then all of a sudden it flipped back over normal, but it was too late. The engine's gone into water, and now I'm dealing with old carburetor cleanup job. Time to clean up and get all the friggin' salt water out of here and get going again. Luckily, Peter lent me his dinghy because he's not using it, so I'm not stuck. Peter wanted me to go to Santo Antão. He's there with Lily and spent a couple days there. They rented a cool Airbnb. But I just told him today I am not leaving Galopin in these conditions. It's just crazy. Not as bad as it was, but it sucks, man. This wind sucks, man.
Peter and Lily were on a romantic getaway on the island of Santo Antão, just across the channel from Mindelo. They had rented a place in one of the valleys. It was supposed to have a pool. They came with their SUV on a ferry and went off on a road trip to the southernmost tip of the island. A new road has just been etched out of the volcanic landscape. The two are starkly alone, lost in their own world. Down there further is the village of Tarrafal de Montrigo, one of my favorite places on the islands. I've been here many times and always by boat. I love this place. I have several friends here and know where to get good grog. I've also walked up this valley to reach a waterfall 3 hours walk away. And I'd anchor here in and around the little fishing boats. Sometimes I'd run into my friend Paul Lou here, who takes people out on fishing trips. If you're into fishing adventures, look up BB Tonic Fishing in Cape Verde. You won't be disappointed. Back in Mindelo, I was working on getting my outboard running again. But there was another problem. The engine had seized. Salt water got into the piston. So I looked online and found an Aussie who said to take out the spark plug and put transmission oil in the block, then wait overnight. Well, this is the day after. He instructed to gently turn the engine over until it felt free. It worked. Easier than I thought it would be. I put the cleaned up spark plug back in, then pulled on the cord. I can fix some things on my boat, and man, is it ever gratifying. Galopin had been made over from the top down. He looks absolutely gorgeous, and that's mainly due to one man named Sydney. He came by so I could go to the bank machine and pay him. He then invited me to his house.
Então, falta um motor. This is Sydney's bike, but he's missing a motor for it. Gotta get a motor, then he'll be happy. By the way, we're in Sydney's cool little house, man, here.
Across the street are their friends, and this is his partner, Sivi. She's shy. Here it really is like a village. I mean, everyone takes care of one another, and everyone is welcome. They then invited me over for dinner.
Sivi! Sivi thinks she's not pretty. I think she's beautiful, you know. And Sydney thinks she's beautiful. He talks about her all day long. Sydney flat tutti a de beau, man. A momento ele diz, Sydney, que você, man? Trabalho. Ah, pensa, Sivi. Il capo de trabalho.
That weekend across the Sao Vicente Canal was a story with not such a happy ending.
And then I'll tell you another anecdote. It's about my friend Boed. Boed is from Holland. He's come down here about a year and a half ago. He has a beautiful catch. Unfortunately, that catch is on the rocks over there in Santo Antão.
Tragic to see such a beautiful boat stranded and helpless like that. But the canal can be unforgiving. The wind funnels down between the two islands, generating tremendous natural force. It's very difficult to navigate. I know, I've been there many times before, but never to that extreme.
He left to go to Santo Antão about 4 days ago, and then about 2 days ago he decided to leave Santo Antão and come up here. In these conditions, now it's reported to be 40 knots of wind in the Sao Vicente Canal. 40, that means it's up to 50 and up. My friends Erwin and Simon were worried about him, and next thing you know, we got a position of his, and he's on these rocks across the way, 3 miles south of this town called Porto Novo. His boat is wrecked. He's okay, and at the moment he's trying to recuperate whatever he can from the boat. Peter may go over there with his car, try to help out. So that's the story. Let me tell you, Cape Verde, this channel, these conditions are no joke, man. Boats sink here. This is the third boat that has sunk, sailboat, since I've been here in less than 3 years, okay? This is real shit here. People lose their boats and their lives here. So, glad that our friend Boed is okay. Sad about his boat. Maybe Peter will take a few pictures and I'll be able to see it. So that's the news here in Mindelo and Sao Vicente.
On a happier note, Peter called me from this restaurant, urging me to come. I really would have loved to, but did not feel comfortable leaving Galopin at anchor, alone in this wind. He had invited friends and relatives and went about discovering the island by car, foot, and by air.
I just want you to leave, darling. It's my only hope. Can't you see our time is up? I don't want to start over. Finally some peace and quiet since you left, so don't bother. This is how I feel now. I never had it so good. Had it so good. I never had it so good. Without your love, I know I would. I feel good. I feel good. I never had it so good. Without your love, I know I would. Waking up early in the morning. Without you by my side, yeah. Waking up early in the morning, and baby, I feel fine. I don't want to stop.
Peter and I have been stuck here because of the pandemic about a year. In that time, lots has developed. He's got an apartment, a car, a boat, and a beautiful girl. And me, I've got a slick, shiny boat, lots of tough sailing experience, and as well, a girlfriend, whom I've given the gift of clear vision so she can finally see how beautiful her city is.
I feel good. I never had it so good. Without your love, I know I would. Waking up in the middle of the night, all alone. Realizing in the middle of the night, I'm glad you're gone. I'm glad you're I never had it so good. Baby, I feel good. I feel good. I never had it so good. Without your love, I know I would. I never had it so good. I never had it so good.
It was great to have you along on this voyage. Give this a thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoyed this series. Me and Galopin promise you a good time every Wednesday, so welcome aboard.